What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down some of the best route running from the NFL Championship weekend. So we're going to be looking at this route here from Tyreek Hill, number one. Then we're going to be getting to a route here from Davante Adams, second. But first things first, guys, I want to talk to you about something we offer on my website. It's a 30-day catching program specifically for receivers who don't have a quarterback to throw to them, okay? So if you want to check out that very first link in the description, it'll give you access to all the information that you need to sign up for this program. Again, 30 full days of specific hand-eye coordination drills, grip strengthening drills, and repetition drills to help your hands improve when you do not have a quarterback to throw to you 24/7. Hope to get you guys on that soon. Let's get started with this video. So the first thing we're going to look at here from Tyreek Hill is this split release, okay? So what is a split release? A split release is essentially when you just bring your back foot up to your front foot and you just kind of just split. That's all it really is. So let's watch this thing full speed and then we'll break it down. So he splits, takes off to the inside, is able to get some separation. This is something great to use when you are like a first read on a play, right? So like if you're the first read here, let's say quarterback, and that's something that a lot of people don't understand. What a lot of people think is that, oh, I could use this in every single situation. If you were to use a split release, like, let's say you're running a drag like this, and you're the third read on a play, right? Well, a drag's not the best example, but like, let's say it's a slant, right? And you're the third read on the play, and you use a split, and you just go right now, right? And the quarterback's got to come down to you in his progression off of taking like a three-step drop. It's a three-step drop passing play, and you're already at the window when it's like a first read, when he should be looking at his first read. He's not going to give you the ball because you're not going to be in the right spot that you need to be, right? It's all based on timing. It's all based on situation. So if I'm trying to get this ball right away, right now, a split release is a great thing to use. Now, you see how he's just here. All he does is you're just essentially bringing your back foot up to your front foot, and you're trying to read where this DB is going to go. Now, this DB already lined up a little bit outside shade, which probably means that he's got help to the inside, right? So, obviously, he's got a little bit of help to the inside. So, what we want to do is we could probably assume that he'll jump outside, but we want to freeze him and then leave him, right? So, that split release is a great way to freeze a guy. So, you just move this back leg up to your front leg, we freeze him, and you want to push off of whichever leg to the opposite of where you're going, right? So you want to take this inside release, you're going to drive off of your outside leg, right? So you split, push off of your outside leg, really drive off that inside portion, and then accelerate so you could just get across this guy's face fast, right? Now, same idea if you were to work this kind of release and run a dig, run a corner, but whatever you're going to take an inside release, you would split just like this, push off of this leg, and then work to restack, right? So in this situation, he's running just this kind of like straight drag, get across the field right now. But if you guys were to do anything where you're running upfield like a post, dig route, corner route, out route, right? Where maybe you take the outside release or even hell an inside release with an out route, you could do it all. Make sure that you're pushing off that leg and then you're working to restack. So I split, I try to see which way this DB is going to be. This DB is still staying outside. Okay, I'm going to push off that outside leg, drive to the inside, and then widen the distance. And you see how he's able, obviously his speed speaks for himself. When you're a faster guy, fellas, and you're able to create this much space right here, that's huge, because if you catch that ball in open space and you're good, change of direction, you're good with the ball in your hands, you're good to run after the catch, that's going to be huge for you. So that split release is a great way for you, maybe smaller, quicker guys, to get some separation on a DB who wants to give you a little bit of space. Maybe he's inside shade, outside shade. You're the first read on the play, so you give that split release, you push, and then you just go. Let's watch this thing again, full speed one more time from Tyreek Hill. That's a great job. Great game last night by him. So he splits, pushes out that leg, and let's get over the middle right now, and then just go make magic happen. This guy is very special when he's got a football in his hands. Great job by him using that speed release to get some separation, okay? So now we're going to be looking at this kind of famous Davante. I wouldn't say the type of release is famous. Maybe you haven't seen this clip, but there's just his famous hesitation two-step release, right? So we're going to be talking about kind of the technique behind it, how we can get this DB to jump to the outside. So you see how he hesitates here, gives him that 1-2, right? And again, get that DB to lean. He accelerates over the middle and runs this slant. Now, the thing that you got to bring into mind about Adams is that how many times have you seen him, and this is how it builds off, and this is how you guys can be a technician off the line with your routes. How many times have we seen him hesitate and then just go, right? And run a slot fade or beat a guy to the back corner of the end zone and then we catch it? Or how many times have we seen him hesitate and maybe go 1-2 and then run this like quick little flat out, right? That's what you call making all your releases look the same. All your releases can build off of each other, right? You see a lot of guys like Calvin Ridley's a guy who does a great example of that. He always builds everything off of a speed release or that single jab release with his front foot, and he just goes. And it all builds and it all compounds on each other, right? So Adams is selling like maybe he's beating beat this DB a couple times before on this little hesitation skip, and then he just goes outside, right? But the thing that gets this DB to jump is because, yes, I build off of that. Yes, it's the same tempo. That initial hesitation skip, that's the same tempo as that we always use, right? And now when he hits him with this 1-2 and he sells with his upper half and he goes 1-2 and he throws and gives a little head and shoulder lean, steps outside this DB's frame, that's what's going to get him to jump because, again, how many times have we just slid and then just gone? That's the key right there. That's what builds off of this. So being able to get that DB over anxious, get him to turn his hips. Like, let's say you're in a situation where you're in the middle of the field, right? Let's say you're on like the 50 going in or opposite 40, whatever, and you got to run a fade. And maybe you're not even getting the ball, but you come off with this little hesitation and then go, and you let that DB feel your speed. You let him think, okay, that's all his only move. He does that little hesitation skip and I'm gone. And that's how you're not predictable on film to DBs as well. And we'll get into that in a second, but we hit him with that little hesitation skip. He feels my speed. Okay, I come up to the line again. I give him the exact same hesitation skip, right? Give him the same hesitation, and then I give him this 1-2. And I throw my head and shoulder fake, get him to lean to the outside, and then what does that do? That opens up the inside part of this release, or inside part of this DB, so I could take this inside release, right? So now, again, on film, if you get a smart DB, smart D coordinator, they're going off of tendencies, right? And that's why Davante Adams is so dangerous as well. Him, Keenan Allen, guys like all that off the line of scrimmage, Justin Jefferson, because they have so many different things that they could do that they're unpredictable. But it's all relative, right? They got 5, 6 different things, and then that's it. That's all they roll with. You don't see Davante Adams doing all this crazy fancy shit, doing all these fancy moves, because he doesn't need to, right? It's about being unpredictable, but keeping it simplified, right? So if I could come off the line and I got 3 different ways to run a single route, or 3 different releases to run different routes, take an inside, outside release, whichever, but it all builds off of the same thing, how are they going to know? It looks the exact same. It looks the same way every single time, and a DB can't pick up on your tendencies. As soon as a DB is able to pick up, like, okay, every time Adams likes to run a slant, he likes to do this same thing right here where he hesitates and goes 1-2, right? Sometimes he might just do a quick little wide step and then go, right? But another thing is that, okay, if he's going to play that slant and he hesitates and gives a 1-2 and it's not there, all right, fine. Next play we'll come back. We'll do the same hesitation skip, and then we'll just beat you on a fade, and we'll make you commit to the outside. So it's all about being unpredictable. It's all about having 5, 6 different things in your arsenal to be able to use on this guy. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Adams working this little hesitation. So hesitation skip, 1-2, throw him off. Now, another thing that I want to add real quick is that when you guys get a DB to lean outside of his platform and you want to take an inside release, what hand do you have to beat? You have to beat his inside hand. That's number one. That's the key. And you see how everybody's like, oh, Adams doesn't use his hands. Yes, he does. It's just you get this guy so far off his platform that he's reaching with this hand. That hand's like his recovery hand. And if you could swat that hand and you could get that hand off, you see his hips lock out. And he's in this very, very unbalanced, unathletic position. And then I could just accelerate over the middle and make this catch. So getting this DB to move off the platform, that's what opens up your hand technique. That's why everybody's like, oh, Adams doesn't use his hands. It's like, no, he just gets the dude so far off his platform that when he throws his hands out there, it's easy. He could just rip over the top. He could just rip underneath. He doesn't waste time off the line trying to hand fight with the guy who's maybe bigger, maybe a little bit more physical than him, right? Because a lot of DBs at this level obviously are physical. So again, my bad. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. So hesitate, 1-2, throw the head and shoulders, get those hands off of you, and then make this catch over the middle. It's a great job by Adams. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, leave those in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, if you're a receiver, don't have a quarterback to throw to you 24/7, check out that very first link in the description. It says improve your hands in 30 days. Full 30-day catching program designed for guys who don't have a quarterback. Hope to get you guys on that soon. I'll see you guys next time.